Hello everyone, my name is Brianna. I'm taking over the Henna Guys YouTube channel for today to talk about my experience with henna. I myself have a YouTube channel where I have talked about clean beauty for the last 15 years. That's actually how long I've been using henna for. Currently now I am a nutritional therapist, but I'm still very much into the clean beauty world and have loved dyeing my hair with henna. Like I said, have dyed it for 15 years and for the last 6 years have been using the Henna Guys. And I just want to talk a little bit about my experience. So I'll first start out by saying I use the Burgundy henna. I have used that for the last 6 years. I did just dye my hair the other day and I will include some shots for you guys to see it outside. I absolutely love Burgundy henna. I have not tried, okay, when I first started hennaing my hair, I used the dark brown and I used dark brown for about 3 years and then decided I wanted to be a redhead and I went with Burgundy and I have not gone back. In some lights, it can definitely look dark brown, but when you are outside in the sun or someone takes a picture of you, that is the best because it looks really bright and really red. I started using henna when I was 15 and it was mostly because I was so immersed in the clean beauty world and I wanted to try new things and I didn't want to use chemicals on my hair. And I was actually experiencing some hair loss. So I thought, why not? Let me give it a try. Tried it. The first few times it was definitely messy because it takes some getting used to, but then I started making my own henna videos on my YouTube channel because there really wasn't that much out there in terms of content about henna like there is these days on how to do it, what it looks like, what's the process. Prior to dyeing my hair with henna, I had been getting blonde highlights and I did not have an issue with dyeing over my hair with the dark brown henna. No issues at all. It looked great. It looked awesome. The great thing about henna is that for me, because I really like to watch my toxin exposure, there's a lot of chemicals in traditional hair dyes. I consider myself part of the kind of more natural community and I love henna for that, but you don't have to live your life totally holistically to be able to use henna. It's very user friendly. I will have a few of my top tips as we get a little bit further into the video, but there has not been a second where I have been like, oh, I'm going to go to a hair salon, you know, do something else. Like it's always, I'll probably henna my hair for the rest of my life, truly. So I put together some of my top reasons why I love to use henna. Number one is that I don't have to go to a salon every month and sit there for 3 hours getting my hair done. I actually view that as a time saver. Even though it does take 3 hours for the henna to process in your hair, I am doing other things. I am watching Netflix, doing the laundry, doing dishes. I like being able to do other things while I'm processing the henna in my hair. It is affordable. And as a 15-year-old, when I started using henna, of course that was a huge priority. But now I really do love the value that henna gives you. And it's not, you know, $100+ like it is going to a salon. It's super affordable. Henna has itself so many benefits, which is obviously what brought me to it in the first place, but it's safe for the environment. It's natural. It's affordable. It's conditioning, obviously made from plants. Another thing that's kind of a little add-on is that most people associate henna with like henna tattoos that you would get at the boardwalk or, you know, Indian henna tattoos. I always love bringing up in conversation that I henna my hair because it's such an interesting topic because a lot of people, I feel like more people know about henna, but it's still, you know, becoming more popular. So I love chatting about it because most people don't believe that I can get a burgundy color this pretty with henna because most people assume that they have to use chemical dyes. So I just love that. I love telling people all about henna. I feel like henna sometimes has the reputation for being intimidating because people aren't really sure how to do it. Luckily, there's a lot more videos and content out these days for learning about the process, but I wanted to share my top tips for what I've learned over the last 15 years and how you can make it easier. If you are a seasoned henna user or if you're brand new to it, these are my tips. Okay, the first one is dye your henna on dirty hair. A lot of companies that I've seen, the instructions will say to make sure your hair is clean, then dye it. I have found the total opposite. When my hair is clean, it's almost like there's not a lot of residue for the henna to stick to. So I always dye my hair on like 3 or 4 day hair, and I've always had amazing results by doing it like that. Second tip is use a henna brush. I have literally had this for 15 years. It makes the process so much easier. With chemical hair dye, I feel like you can kind of get away with just kind of putting it in your hands and running it through your your hair with your hands. At salons, they do use these for chemical hair dye, but in the past, because I had previously dyed my hair myself before henna, I would just kind of wing it. Because henna is so fibrous and it's a plant material, using a brush like this makes it so incredibly easy. You can get this at Sally Beauty Supply. The Henna Guys have a kit that includes one of these, and it is so great. My next tip is to do a mermaid rinse, and I did this all the way up until I had a removable shower head that I could use. I've since just used that. But a mermaid rinse is essentially where you fill up your bathtub with water like you're gonna take a bath, and stick your head in it and kind of swirl your hair around and rub to get the henna out of your hair. That is such a good tip, and I have not seen many people recommend doing that, but it's so much easier to get the henna out of your hair when you swirl it like that around the bathtub. My last tip is to do a cold seal at the end of washing your henna out. So, you know, do your process, rinse the henna out. At the end, turn your shower all the way to cold, and then stand there for about 30 seconds or however long you can stand it to seal your hair follicles, keeping that henna in. I will do that the first 5 or 6 times after freshly dyeing my hair, just to seal in that color with the cold water, because the hot water is going to open up the hair follicles and the cold water is going to close them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video about my experience. If you would like to see more videos from me on this channel about henna, do you have questions about the process? Do you want to see a more in-depth process video about how to do it? Let us know. I do have a coupon code for you guys. I will leave it down below. It's 10% off. If you are new to the Henna Guys, or if you are seasoned, they are such a fantastic company. I love their products. I've been using them for 6 years, and I plan to continue because I just love having red hair. But I hope you guys are doing well, and check out the links below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.